So we're not doing an intro. I'm not even going to think of something clever to lead in. The community segment can be delayed or at the end. We got to talk about this.
We got to talk about this.
How am I physically supposed to just sit here and be like, "Oh, Seth said this"? I mean, sure, Seth, I know, I care about what you have to say, but Star Wars.
Yeah, you guys read the title. You've read the title
Wars.
of the post in the video. You know what we're talking about.
The third and final, thankfully, Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer just hit, as in like 10 minutes ago, as of recording, of course. And we are on a bit of a nerd high. At least I am. Don't want to speak for
Me too.
How are we all three of us not on a nerd high?
So we're all on nerd highs.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that means, I don't know. Can't explain it. Watch the trailer.
It's a nerd thing. It's a nerd thing.
Yes. So basically what we're going to do right now is first talk about just how amazing the trailer is.
Oh, yeah.
And then second, get into it. Amazing shots. What does this mean? Some speculation, perhaps. Yeah. Some favorite moments. Why this works. Why it doesn't. Except nothing doesn't work. So belay that. That's what we're going to do. So stick around if you want to hear us geek out about this 2.5 minute gem for the next hour and a half. Well, probably just an hour. We'll try to keep it short. But wow, okay, guys, we're all super hyped.
Oh yeah, can we also just put out? I know Max, you want to make a comment. Can we also just put out super spoiler red tape? Like we're going all out on this trailer. See the trailer, then come back to us.
I was actually going to say, hey Sean, what are our names again?
Oh,
sorry, my name is Sean.
I'm Larry.
And my name is Max.
Okay,
cool.
Now that they know us, let's get to the actual important stuff. No one cares about us. Everyone cares about Star Wars.
No one. Yep.
So, what basically my first thing is, Max, as you know, we've had some disagreements. The previous two trailers were very much just teasers, bits of information, cool shots together. I didn't think they were great as trailers. I watched them a ton because the footage looked amazing, and I'm unbelievably excited for the movie, but I wasn't a huge fan of them as trailers. This is just a regular, this is just a full trailer. There's no gimmick, it's just, this is the full trailer, and it is magnificent. But I'm glad that we only have one, because nothing was given away.
It's amazing. This trailer managed to tell us so much without telling us anything at all.
Because really, all it told us was, here are the starting points of these major players in the movie. Here's some cool images from the rest of it. Sold yet? Yes, we are. So yeah, what are your guys' first impressions right after watching it?
Wow.
Yeah.
I think one of the best things about this trailer is its restraint.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess through the whole advertising campaign in general, we have been given hints, purely visual hints. You can speculate all you want from various rumors, but strictly talking about the trailers, they do such a good job of visually evoking information to us, especially not only for us Star Wars geeks that, see the Darth Vader helmet and go, but also
I think everyone pretty much knows what the Darth Vader helmet is.
Well, I mean, and there's also other visual things.
And we'll get to those. I definitely want to go through pretty much frame by frame in some instances.
The great thing about these trailers is that we get so much information about these brand new characters just by seeing their emotions and the scenes that they choose. Yeah. Throughout the trailer,
and the lines that they choose too.
Yeah, they hit so
finally get to
hard.
hear what these guys sound like.
Yeah, I realized that. We've heard them talk on the toys. That's it. Force Friday seriously. That's the only time it was a big deal. Yeah, everyone, this is what Kylo Ren sounds like, and there was a video of a toy. They pressed the button and a line was said, and so we kind of got an idea. But this is so much better because it's actually from the movie. So yeah, we actually hear what everyone sounds like, which is good.
So yeah, I just appreciate that. I really appreciate the focus on the visuals and how the visuals make us
like it's a visual medium or something.
Oh, but it's also
that's also very promising for the movie as a whole. These are really strong visuals.
Oh yeah,
these are
movie. Beautiful shots.
But I think we need to really need to see the importance of that, because a lot of trailers nowadays find it far more important to drown us in dialogue in order to give us the information, rather than just showing us the images and letting the characters say lines that perhaps give us ideas to speculate from, not just here's my character, here's why I'm important. You know what I mean? So
yeah, they do kind of pull a Nolan on us and have characters explain themselves, kind of their motivation stuff, especially Finn.
But it's pretty vague. It's still incredibly vague.
Yeah,
it still so many
questions. Now we get to see why, okay, so there's been so much. All right, actually, wait. This is not for right now. This is for later when they talk about Australia. Yeah.
So, I mean, any other overall thoughts? Like, I'm just happy that it's a full
I haven't
trailer.
been able a chance to talk. I won't talk about it.
What? You want to talk about this trailer? Yeah, go ahead.
Max,
I haven't talked about
Max,
it
why would you want to talk about this trailer?
I'm just excited. Okay, my mind's not in it. I'm sorry.
This is not the trailer I expected. This is not what I was thinking I would see when I tuned in to the Star Wars trailer tonight. I wasn't expecting anything bad. I was just expecting a different approach, and instead, I got something special. Something that tells me that the marketing people behind this film are some of the smartest marketers. That's not a word in all of Hollywood. And
marketer is a marketer a word?
Yeah, that's a word. You're good.
Marketers? Okay, yeah. Well, fine. These are some of the smartest marketers around. And as I sit here looking at my Lego Ray's speeder, which is awesome, by the way.
Oh, cool. I'm looking at my vinyl pop Captain Phasma figure. We all got our Force Friday merchandise.
Nice. I realize that they have given us so much merchandising, so much information, and we still don't know what we're doing. Like, do you realize how impressive this all is?
Yeah.
Have they managed to keep tight so much stuff?
Yeah, it's J.J. Abrams. It's J.J. Abrams. This is kind of what he does.
I don't. Okay,
that's really more of his filmmaking. I don't know if it's necessarily his.
No, he loves the mystery and the build up and stuff.
Yeah, but we've still gotten a couple of there are some leaks that have gotten through.
Very few.
Some very minor ones that have led to a lot of speculation.
Some major that aren't confirmed that I'll try to not talk about in case you guys haven't heard of them. But unconfirmed.
I actually, if you go on Wikipedia, you actually find a lot of stuff on.
Well, I thought we put up the spoiler red tape. Why can't we put up the spoiler?
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you guys because I've heard things that would be.
I don't care. I don't care. I want to know as much information about this movie as possible.
I don't. I want to go in.
I've already heard plenty of theories already.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm not susceptible.
But let me. Can I just also say the music I was very happy to hear was not a take on Twin Sunsets. It was Princess Leia's theme, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, it was from Empire, which is a good movie to.
I don't think it was Empire. I think it was A New Hope.
No, that's Empire.
Are we sure?
Yeah, it's from.
Wait, wasn't Binary Sunset?
Okay. It might have been A New Hope, but I just watched Empire. It doesn't become important until Empire, and then it's used a bunch. It's actually how the movie ends. That music's playing, that theme. Now, this isn't a sadder. You know what? We'll get to that because that's one of my favorite parts.
Oh, and one more thing. Very minimal footage of the other trailers shown. Like very minimal.
Yeah, I think only one shot.
Only one or two. Like there was Kylo Ren with his hand at the camera, and then there was Vader's helmet
slashing Vader's helmet. Luke, who we assume is Luke, and R2-D2.
He's not been anywhere to be found.
And Poe Dameron in the X-wing, and that's it.
Yep. Still not much about Poe at all. Yeah, we don't know a character.
Poe. We don't know him. He's
we
just
don't know Poe.
A mystery. He's a rebel pilot. That's all we know. Resistance. Excuse me.
Yes.
La Resistance. Anyway, should we get into specifics? Max, do you have any other big picture stuff?
I do like how it ended on a quiet note. I appreciate that.
I don't know. I was waiting for one last, one
last shot.
I was too. I'm like, maybe Luke. Are we going to see Luke? And
yeah. Okay, well, anyway, we should probably get into the trailer. So the first thing we see is Rey.
Yep,
so
Rey.
She, these are some great shots. She opens up the panel. She's looking right at us. She's a junker. We knew that. Going around. What?
A junker.
Junker?
Yeah.
I don't. What is this? I do not know what it is.
Basically, just scraps from ships, selling them, making use of them. That's how they make their livelihood.
Yeah, at the market.
So
I've seen plenty of market scenes throughout in the prequels.
Yeah,
and even in A New Hope.
When you open Rey's speeder, you get a bunch of stuff inside. Some of it's the engine, but other stuff you just put in. That must be the junk that she's collected.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Now, let me ask. Now, I'm kind of assuming this, but the vessel that she's exploring within the first little moment, that is a start. That is the Starship.
That must be the Millennium Star Destroyer that she goes past in the first in the second trailer.
I want to think it's the starship that she passes in from one of the previous trailers.
Yeah, it doesn't look too. I mean,
it's pretty big though.
It's hard to
pretty
see the
vast.
interior because, like, it's at an angle. It's all dusty. It could be a Star Destroyer. It might not be. Let's look at these shots, which are beautiful, by the way. There's this big sense of just abandoned and really good.
Which works with the rest of the trailer too. How the trailer evokes this sort of idea that like the Jedi and the dark side, like the past is in the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Well, that sounded kind of sad. No, I'm just absent-minded. So yeah, it does. What else? Like, I love these.
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? And I love the shot of her with BB-8.
BB-8.
Awesome.
Yep,
I did
BB-8.
remember the name. BB-8 walking across the Jakku Desert.
Yeah.
It's, come on. Why couldn't you just do that?
I wonder if they'll address that in the movie. They'll be like, isn't this Tatooine? No, this is Jakku.
No, totally different. So yeah, it's weird. This one shot of her just at the table, looking slightly off camera, got me so interested in the character. I can't pin it down. Do you guys like that shot as much as me?
I consider that shot. It's very similar. Finn has a very similar shot that comes up like very soon after that. Me, it's like longing.
Yeah, these are two very uncertain characters. We get that right away. But yeah, she's nobody. And then we get Lucasfilm logo. Do you guys have anything else before the Lucasfilm logo jump?
I guess at first it just didn't feel like a Star Wars trailer, to be honest. And that's
it felt
a good thing and a bad. And like that's not a bad thing or a good thing. That's just a thing.
Yeah, it's also. I mean, we're getting a new trilogy. It's going to feel different, hopefully.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. Hey, listeners, I have no problem with that. Do not accuse me of hating on this just because it doesn't feel like the originals. I have no problem with a movie being new and like not being like old school.
Yep. Good. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping it feels different. So yeah. Great shots of her just in the story. Who are you? Who's talking? Is this is that Lupita Nyong'o? I don't know what she sounds like.
I thought
like who?
Well, I know Carrie Fisher's. I think is in later in the trailer.
Yeah, but that's not Carrie Fisher's voice.
I don't think it's Carrie Fisher.
So is it Lupita Nyong'o? She's playing kind of a mystery character who was barely on the poster but is there.
Is that supposed to be Lupita Nyong'o's character?
That is.
Are we sure about that?
It's confirmed now. Yeah, /film confirmed.
Really? You mean the one next to C-3PO and R2-D2?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not aware of this. I'm going to look up the poster to understand.
Okay, just bring up the poster
right now.
You at home can follow along. Wow, I like the silence as we're all just bringing up this awesome poster.
Well, okay,
we're still thinking about it, yeah.
I do get the implication from all this that she is not, as I believed her to be, the child of Han Solo and Leia Organa.
Oh, she is.
I don't think she is.
Who, Rey?
Is.
Yeah, I don't think she is.
Guys, let's not kid ourselves. She 100% is.
Why would you assume that?
Because it's obvious.
Why?
Because there's another piece to that puzzle that I don't know if I want to reveal because it's not confirmed, but more so if it is real, it's kind of a bombshell.
I'd love to hear it.
Then don't say it. It just feels like what if down. Like I don't know. It just feels like how Han Solo was talking to them. It really seemed like
he might not know.
Oh, Lupita Nyong'o's that weird buggy creature.
Yeah,
that's like wow.
What?
That's
they
weird.
may not. All right, never mind. I don't want to hear anything.
Han might not know. I don't think Han and Leia are together necessarily.
What?
They might reunite, and we'll get to that shot. But there are rumors that they're not really together. So perhaps there was a child, but Han was gone at that point. Who knows? But it's almost. I mean, how can it not be?
Ducked out? Well, that actually goes down. Does sound like Han Solo.
J.J. Abrams said that the new trilogy follows the Skywalker family. Is Luke having kids?
Oh.
Is Finn related to Han Solo and Leia?
That would be interesting.
That would be genetically fascinating, but
yeah,
it's got to be
not impossible, just genetically fascinating.
Yes, and there's of course, you know what, Max? Here's something fun. We've never done this on the podcast. Can you mute for a second? Can you not listen for just a second?
Honestly,
because Leia wants to hear it.
I kind of have speculations, but I want to know.
I'm gonna go behind the scenes here. Just put in the chat that I can put my headphones back, okay? And take my headphones off now. All
right, so. Listeners, if you want to avoid bombshell, this is also a time to just kind of ignore for a second. Larry, rumors are swirling that Rey is not the only child of Han and Leia in the film. Specifically, one Kylo Ren.
Oh, Kylo Ren is the son of
brother sister.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
His name. We know that because he's part of the Knights of Ren.
Right.
And so we know his name is not Kylo Ren.
Right.
Like his original name. And so that's the rumor. Han and Leia, 2 kids, so they're both Skywalkers pretty much.
Perfect.
She's just dumped
connection.
on a planet for some reason. Kylo Ren's like, hey, grandfather, let's get into what you were doing, and becomes one of the Knights of Ren, goes into the dark side, all that good stuff. So that's the rumor. Do you want to comment, Larry, or should we move on and bring Max back?
I mean, that perfectly... I mean, not absolutely perfectly, but it does add plenty of connections to
I think it makes a
original
lot
trilogies.
of sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Kind of past repeats itself sort of thing.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Okay, I'm going to bring Max back. So
all right.
We shall
Max
not say another word.
Absolutely.
Max, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool.
So anyway, like I was saying, Wicket is Kylo Ren.
Oh,
Wicket,
yes.
guys, Ewok, come on.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Played by Professor Flitwick.
So we're back to the trailer.
Yes.
We get some first order shots. We've seen this before. Whatever cool planet this is, which I think I know what it is. We'll get to that because it comes in later. But then what's important here is that this is Finn's sequence, and finally confirmation on what was already kind of confirmed, but now we see it. Stormtrooper giving up on the cause, deserting, lands on Jakku.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much
I
all
wouldn't
this
be
tells
surprised if
us.
he's the one who follows like the hero's journey of the movie.
I don't know.
Ordinary world, expulsion from the ordinary world, all that stuff. The call to action.
It's possible, but also if Rey is in fact just a junker and then is thrown to this conflict, she can easily have the same thing.
This is true.
She's just like Luke, where she's nobody, and then hey, your father was a great Jedi. I mean, your mother in this case. Well, we don't know.
Your mother was
Leia
a great leader.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. Leia could have some Force stuff. Luke says
what if,
so.
What if Leia founded the Resistance and Han was like, "I'm out. See ya."
I'm sure there's something there that we don't know, and this trailer doesn't reveal between Han and Leia. So we can speculate, but I don't know if we have enough info to even do that. But I still maintain Rey is Han and Leia's daughter.
Yeah, and there's also this, with when Luke back in A New Hope, Luke sort of had dreams, he had goals, he wanted to get out of the farm.
She feels like that.
Yeah,
just
but
like
Rey,
Uncle Luke.
Yes, but it's far, more subtle.
Yeah, it does
especially
feel
in the trailer.
It feels kind of like, honestly, a lot about Force Awakens feels like A New Hope, but in a very new light. And we'll get to a few more things a few more points about why it feels that way. Mm-hmm. For example, and Max, do you have anything about Finn? Those few shots.
I mean, I really like it. He always looks worried, like always.
He always looks worried. I hope like the last shot of the movie is him finally looking like confident. Just one.
Well, he does. He looks pretty confident.
Very, very surface level, like way of showing his character arc.
Yeah, just.
I mean, that would be fine with me. Like,
well, I mean, he was looking a little confident in the shot where he meets Poe, but then Poe's just like, "Hey, buddy," and he's like, who are you?"
Well, I don't know if that's when they meet. It seemed like they knew each other.
He's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing, Poe? What's going on?"
So yeah, he's at Jakku. We cut. So here's another thing that feels echoey. We got ourselves like a Darth Vader Jr. kind of vibe here. Clearly, Kylo Ren's trying to be Vader. He's trying to...
I'll finish what you started.
Yeah, again, and this line confirms it. If visually speaking, it's not obvious by just the design that he's, trying to be like Vader. That is just a huge...
Oh my God, he's so Vader. He's the Vader of this trilogy.
He says it. He wants to do what Vader did. And
plus he has the red lightsaber, and he's got the
not
cloak.
Not a Sith, though. Not a Sith.
I know, technically.
Maybe he's just like a wannabe. Maybe that's
the
whole
technically,
point.
He's a Knight of Ren. But yeah, he is a wannabe.
Yeah, I found that out last night on Wikipedia. I was like, how do you know this information already? Like, this is...
They've said it, like, randomly in bits.
Although,
and I just kind of gathered it from, like, Twitter.
He wields a lightsaber, which kind of brings up questions.
Sith doesn't mean bad Force user, and Jedi doesn't mean good Force user. There are tons of shades of gray in here.
Okay, but I'm not saying he's Sith. I'm just saying there's some interesting question that comes up, the fact that he's able to wield a lightsaber.
Yeah, so he is Force sensitive. Yes. We can assume that. But the official design of his hilt that was shown at like Comic-Con or something, it is a really clumsily handled little piece of work. He really scrapped that thing together. He does not know what he's doing.
Plus, JJ confirmed it, I believe.
Right.
Didn't he?
This is not a trained Sith Lord or even an apprentice in training. This is someone inspired by the Sith, specifically Darth Vader, finding somehow to make their own lightsaber, getting onto the dark side thing. Knights of Ren don't know how they play, and we don't know anything about them, really. At least I don't.
Yeah.
And now it's trying to finish what Darth Vader started, as the trailer just explicitly says for us.
Yeah. How do you get the freaking skull, Matt? That's screwed up, man. That's weird.
That's
weird.
I mean, it might have been burned. His suit's probably more durable than human skull.
That's true.
That makes sense.
You know,
Definitely makes sense.
I'm thinking about this. If it follows the Skywalker family, what if Kylo is
What if Kylo is Luke?
No. Wait, no, absolutely not. No, I've seen him on Mac. That's not Luke. No. I've heard this is the second time somebody's telling this to me. No.
Some people still have the theory that Kylo is Luke.
But no, I've seen Kylo Ren unmasked in one of the I think the variety photos. No, that's Adam Driver. That is not Luke.
Max,
okay?
what's your guess?
I mean, like, what if everybody's expecting Rey to be the child? When in reality, like,
you want to say it?
Leia had Kylo, and like Han left because he's Han Solo, and Kylo suffers from seething daddy issues, so he's kind of like, it's like he abandoned me, and then like Leia was not great, and so he got mad.
Well, okay, that's what Blair and I were talking about when you left. Rumors are heavy that their brother and sister, Kylo Ren and Rey, because we know that Kylo Ren is not his name. Because he's Knights of Ren, so the last name isn't there, and I don't think even the Kylo part is birth given. So what his original name is could very well be Skywalker.
Oh, that's interesting.
As could Rey, because again, we don't know Rey's last name. And they've explicitly said why. It's because it's a name we know. They've said that. When people ask, why don't we have their last name? Or Finn, which really limits
what if, like, okay, fine, take out the Skywalker part. What if, like, Kylo Ren and, like, Poe Dameron were brothers, and they joined opposite sides or something?
Well, that could be interestingly evoked through the next shot in the trailer where they're together.
I don't think so, but we do need to talk about that. But there you go, Max. It's funny that you guessed it, because that's what we're talking about. Heavy rumors, nothing confirmed, of course, but very heavily speculated, and it makes a lot of sense that the two went the path. And one actually of the things that was very interesting is a line in Kylo Ren's toy, where he says, "Is it true you're just a junker?"
Oh, that's really spoilery. That's
what? Like, what? The villain's talking to the main hero?
I mean, no, I'm not mad at you. I'm just like, why would you put that in a toy? It's like,
because it's threatening. I don't know.
No, as in, like, Wiz confirms that they, like, we only see Kylo Ren and Finn meet. We don't see Kylo Ren and Rey.
Okay, well we kind of have
protagonist
to
and antagonist.
But do we have to do the whole siblings who don't know their siblings again?
No.
It's kind of like if you, like, did a third Death Star. They wouldn't do that,
we're gonna
right?
get there. Oh, we will get to.
No. Max, you see, these repetitive ideas that we keep seeing they're not just, what is the word, like, just lazy ways to make a story. They're there for a reason. These repetitive ideas. That's what makes the relationship between the trilogy so great.
We can't turn to the cliche side. We must stay strong.
I don't think they are. I think that's a very interesting dynamic. And I don't think Kylo Ren will last the movie. That's just my suspicion.
He might not. We'll have to see.
So cool. He's got such a great design, though.
He does. Okay,
also, can I just mention, if Max's theory is correct, and really just the general theory
I'm not going to say like
correct,
that's like my theory. It's just a thing
I'm just because you brought it up just now. And Kylo Ren does have seething daddy issues, it would make sense because he wants to get back at his father.
Well, it's more he's obsessed with who would be his grandfather, Vader.
Right. The person who Han was trying to defeat.
Oh, there are some rumors about Kylo Ren and Han. That it could actually work.
There are rumors about everything.
Well,
but
anyway, there are spoilery rumors about those two.
We really should move on to this next shot with Kylo Ren and Poe.
Yeah, okay, so he's doing some force thing to, like, mess with his head. And we see an explosion of some trees going boom.
A red explosion.
So, in the poster...
And/or confirmed. Sorry.
Boom. Sorry. No, but in the poster, there is, in fact, a very Death Star-looking thing. Yeah. For those that haven't seen it, go look. It's very Death Star-looking. This is the Starkiller base. This has been a subject in the books building up to Force Awakens, so it's nothing new. However, as we understand it, this is literally a whole planet. And it's built, the station is built into the planet. Starkiller Base is built into the planet. There's no central power thing to blow up. There's no exhaust thing to blow up with a single torpedo thing. It's a planet. It's like a living weapon. So that's what makes it a bit different. Also, it's called the Starkiller Base. Yes, that's a nod to the initial name for Luke Skywalker, Starkiller. It's really harsh sounding, so I'm glad they went with Skywalker. But it's also quite possibly powerful enough to wipe out stars.
That's star systems.
So it has upped it from Death Star. A planet, child's play. They know this was amateur hour. This thing's wiping out systems.
Yeah, like, that's the weird thing for me that I've been thinking about recently. About a week ago, I finally got on the Force Awakens hype train, like, completely. Like, I was already, like, all down for it, but now I'm like, let's do it. And I was thinking, like, I thought that we defeated the Empire. I thought that at the end of the movie, like, it's not, of course, just because you kill off, the head snake doesn't mean there's, like, nothing left. Like, there's going to be more resistance, but why does it feel like it's still, like, it's still equal size as opposed to the resistance taking over? Why is there resistance? We defeated the Empire. So
I think those books would answer. I haven't read them, though. They have
Aftermath, I think it's called?
Yeah, Aftermath, Shattered Empire, all that. All these books that are labeled Road to Force Awakens, they are canon in the new canon, so that is what happened officially. But I haven't read them, because I kind of want to go in without even that kind of background.
Fun fact, did you know that the guy who's writing the novelization for Episode 7 is the same guy who wrote the novelization for the first Star Wars 6 months before Star Wars Episode 4 came out? Huh. It's really
that's cool.
Crazy.
That's really cool.
Okay. Anyway, we should continue with the trailer, because we hit a segment that I love, which is the Falcon, the TIE fighters, this whole idea of their stories, the dark side, the Jedi is all true. There are stories about what happened.
That's really important. That's very important because it shows us that Han is now a different man.
Yeah.
He believes in that stuff now.
Which is great. But that one shot of Han is so awesome. All of it. There's a sadness, yet like this kind of respect now that we didn't get in the original trilogy. He never really respected the Force and everything as much as he would be behind Luke all the way and stuff. But yeah, it was just a great sequence, and the music's amazing. This is from, which is kind of what we debated. I think it's from Empire, but it might have appeared in 4. I don't know. But
it's if I recall, it's definitely a more orchestral take on Binary Sunset.
No, I don't think it's that.
No, it's not.
Dude.
It's not.
It's the same theme.
No. What? No, that's not what this is. Not in the middle section.
Oh, maybe not in the middle section.
It's Princess Leia's theme, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's from Empire /
which is from Episode 4. I know this. I have all the soundtracks.
When does it show? Okay, I actually do remember those tunes, but this level of orchestralness.
This one's a lot more heavy, like a lot more heavier on percussion and stuff. Yeah.
It's amazing. It establishes this nostalgic tone, but it's sad. It's not playing on nostalgia. It's sad it feels like it's for the characters, not us. It's a sad Star Wars theme, the time long gone, and paired with this amazing dialogue. It's all true. All of it. It's like, it's amazing. It's my favorite part of the trailer.
That's interesting. This whole trailer hopefully tells us a lot about the movie, because this trailer is extremely character driven. It's driven not by big set pieces. It's driven by the characters. Now, you could argue the previous 2 trailers were all based on set pieces and visual look, and though I'd still argue that the second trailer was amazing, this one is certainly more focused on giving us more context. Not just style, a lot of substance. Mm-hmm. I would say that, yes, this trailer succeeds in giving us that this is going to be a lot based on character, not just based on, like, whoa, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, oh my god, it's going everywhere. It's a lot more...
Yeah, but even with that said, there's still plenty of style. Even with all the substance.
Absolutely.
And we're getting to the style part. It's about to montage on us. So we're about halfway through this trailer, and we hit hyperspace, which is weird because it's actually hyperspace, and the ship comes towards us. It looks a lot like
the hyperspace in Star Trek. Okay, I'm just gonna say it.
Well, that's it looked like that. Star Trek looked like Star Wars. It's okay that it went back and looked like Star Trek. It started with Star Wars. Star Trek kind of made it look like it. So now, of course, it travels into Star Wars again. I don't blame J.J. Abrams, which is his new official name in my head.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
So after the Falcon, again, it says this Christmas, which is really misleading. It comes out like 2 weeks before, right?
It's a week before.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right. It's 18th,
but don't movies do that all the time. They say Christmas because it comes around that time.
But like with Star Wars, don't you think that people will want to be there opening day? Answer yes. Fandango crashed a few hours ago.
Well, let's
face
it.
Tickets?
Yeah,
let's face it. A lot of families are going to see Star Wars for Christmas.
Oh yeah, including me, I bet.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten my tickets yet.
So the next shot we get is the Knights of Ren, because it's Kylo Ren in a group of like-robed people. So I think those are other Knights of Ren. He seems to be the only one with a lightsaber, though, which I think is what distinguishes him. That he's the only one with the Force or lightsaber abilities. Again, I don't know anything else about the Knights of Ren except the name. And that Kylo Ren's part of it. What do you guys think of that shot? Because it seemed like they all looked like him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was asking.
He established himself.
Yeah, I was asking, like, are there multiple Kylo Rens going on right now? And then I'm like, nah, they're different.
Yeah,
like,
they're just Knights of Ren.
What's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, good shot. One of my favorite shots of the trailer.
Yeah, it's very good. And then we get the X-Wing swooping on by, which is, I think, the same shot as we've seen, but it's a little later in the shot, so we'll count it as new footage. And we've got some stormtroopers, which looks like a pretty sweet ground battle about to take place. Can I just mention, I love the new design of the stormtroopers. They look awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I love them. They're just so like modern and sleek, but they're not like, doesn't look like trendy. It looks just
right, yeah.
Like
and it looks more threatening. Honestly, that mask looks more threatening. The new helmet.
Yeah.
Man, besides that, I'm getting a very Yavin feel about this place. We're at this
You think it's Yavin?
No, it's not. Okay, look, the Resistance, Rebel Alliance, whatever, they're not stupid enough to do that, to just go back to where they had a base and make another one. I don't think that's the case, but it has that feel to it.
I would like to see Yavin again. Like, maybe they just, like, stop by or something.
Okay, well, it looks like this is a pretty established base, because it looks like a lot of the battle shots are on this planet. So, yeah, I would say that it's not Yavin and that we're going to get a lot of battles. So, do you guys have anything on that? I think it's a great shot with Poe Dameron, and then it switches over to Finn. It's a good shot. And we got that before the trailer. It was one of the, like 7-second teases yesterday, and that was cool. But it was nice to see here in context.
I just want to know who Poe is.
Poe is...
Who are you?
Poe is captured by the First Order, and Kylo Ren does a weird mind thingy.
Wait, now here's a question. Are the First Order and the Knights of Ren, are they connected?
It seems like Kylo Ren is involved in both. So maybe he's the tie. Maybe the First Order's like, hey, it'd be cool to have a Sith Lord again. Kylo Ren says, hey, I kind of want to be a Sith Lord. You guys are evil, and they buddy up. I don't know. We don't really know the relationship between the two. We don't know what the First Order is. Like you brought up, Max, didn't we defeat the Empire? Why aren't they called the Empire anymore? Clearly some defeat happened.
Yeah. Why the heck couldn't they think of a better title than the Resistance?
Yeah, it's a bit generic, because First Order sounds so cool.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Okay, well, anyway, great sweeping shot. Poe Dameron, who we know nothing about. Over to Finn, who now we know a good deal about. We have an interesting shot. I just want to point out, this is the first time I remember that a TIE fight, like, we're seeing ships blow each other up in bits. Like, I've been watching 4 and 5 recently, and, like, they just explode all at once because it was needed for practical effects. But it's cool to see CGI. Like, the X-Wing nicks a little bit, the wing, some fly off, and then the explosion. It's a nice touch. I'm not going to...
Yeah, but okay, look, I'm not going to go all CinemaSins on this trailer, but you're really telling me that a little TIE fighter managed the huge crash from space all the way to the ground, and the guy still survived. Is that what you're telling me?
This is new TIE fighters. They're crazy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they gotta be.
Do you guys have anything? Because I'm just going to mention there's a good match cut on that TIE fighter's explosion to explosion on Jakku, and we see Finn and Rey, reacting to massive explosion.
I find it interesting that I just keep thinking about Poe, and I find it interesting that we know Poe's last name. Yeah. We don't know Rey or Finn's. What if Rey and Poe are siblings? I don't know.
I feel like the villain hero thing would make the most sense. My money's on the Kylo Ren thing. That's just me.
I want all this to be wrong, and they just like destroy our expectations like completely. Like, oh my god, it was actually that.
I mean, what's weird about us not knowing Finn's last name is that, I mean, it's a running joke, but it's true. The diversity was not great in the original trilogy. So if they're hiding a last name, there's really only one last name worth hiding. Right?
Skywalker?
What? No, Calrissian.
Oh, let's not do this where the other black person is to be related to this.
No, seriously, think about it. They've hidden the last name for a reason, because we'd recognize it. What other name could it be? Diversity was bad in the original trilogy. I'm being serious. I can't think of anyone else that could be. It can't be Windu. He's a Jedi, doesn't have kids. And that's it, because Star Wars is not diverse.
That would be interesting, though, because, I mean, the Windu family, that was like, they were, well, I don't know, like, how much is canon now, but, like, they're pretty awesome. I don't want to bring up the idea, what if, like, Finn does not have a last name? Like,
that could be interesting.
Rey and Finn don't have last names, or they just, like, forgot about them, and, like, they just don't go by them.
They're just hiding it.
Yeah, like, I don't think we should be like, oh, he must be related to this black character because black people in movies, they all gotta be related, right? It doesn't.
No, Max, you realize that's not what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying that there was no diversity, so there's like one major black character in the original trilogy, and the fact that they're hiding his last name kind of indicates some relative to a name we know. That kind of only.
Now you should know
Lando.
that Billy D. Williams was not asked to return to Episode 7.
Don't worry.
Not
I think it should be an 8. He didn't come until 5 in the original trilogy, so bring him in at 8.
Why didn't they invite him back?
Because they wanted him for 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Brian Johnson, get on it. By the way, very excited. You're a great pick.
Yep.
So after Explosion, you guys have anything else? Like, I'm just kind of running through. Stop me if you want.
Can we mention the quotes now?
Oh yeah, what quotes are here? I've had it muted so I can hear you guys. Yeah. Let me listen for a sec.
What about that big red robot?
I believe isn't it the Force something, let it in, right?
Oh, that's at the end. Yeah.
It's
okay,
like, it's all real, the dark side.
No, we're not quite there. Right now, we're just at, I think the only quote was Han at the end.
Yeah, it's Han, it's all, the Jedi, dark side, it's all real. And then there's that, I love that robot, that big red robot that Finn and Han and all the characters pass by in that one shot that kind of dissolves out really quick. I love him. I can't wait to see what's up with that.
Probably nothing. It's probably just a passerby, and that's what's cool about Star Wars. There's very unique, just like texturing. Maybe that robot has a line, or maybe they just pass it by.
Well,
I got the impression they're just passing it.
The facial design, for some reason, reminds me of like R2-D2 or BB-8 or something like that.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean,
maybe there's a connection there, which could be fun.
Like the eye looks like Hal from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, kinda.
And then we get that, Han.
And what's interesting is right after that we get that Luke shot.
We get the only Luke shot they've released. Literally all we've seen of Luke. In all marketing
at
is
least
that single shot of his hand.
Yeah, from the marketing, all we've seen.
I like to think it's because they know we want it so bad, and they're not going to give it to us.
They're holding out on us.
Yeah, but then the scene continues. Though we get like shots from that scene, but like either. Well, that's what I want to assume. Oh. The lighting's the same.
Wow, I never.
And there's
you're right.
Smoke, but like, here's the thing, though: before or after the Luke?
Yeah,
I don't know. I want to assume before. Because, like, I would like to think that the whole Luke arm thing is the aftermath of that situation. But I don't know. And it's interesting to see because we have this huge thing going on. Tons of stormtroopers. We have Captain Phasma. Kylo Ren is there. So clearly there's this connection.
Yeah, okay, we got it. Captain Phasma only got one shot, but I'm so excited for that character.
Captain Phasma is so cool.
I know.
I got my
we didn't get anything, like, new about that, right? We just got the same shot? Am I crazy?
No. It's a different shot. It's on
but it gives off the same effect. She's walking awesomely with a gun.
With that cape.
It's like her whole part in the movie. Like, we just intercut to, like, just her walking down a hallway, and everybody's like, dude, this is so cool.
I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that.
It's authority.
Captain Phasma is pretty awesome.
I know.
Captain Phasma, authority. That's all we got to know right now about her character.
And so then we get a slash from Kylo Ren, which we've gotten before. But then we get something that I'm very interested in. Rey is upset. Someone's dead.
Who do you think she's...
No idea. But
I can't tell. I can't make it out.
I don't want it to be this, but I also want it to be... I kind of want it to be Han. I want him to be the mentor.
That's kind of a big rumor.
I mean, like...
Oh, really?
Why don't he just take over for, Alec Guinness? Just like, he is the one, right?
It's a huge rumor that Han is killed off. It's been around quite a bit.
It would be a good... Okay, fine. Rumor, whatever. I think it would be a good storytelling decision. Because, it's interesting.
He'd be a great mentor.
Like, such a buzzkill.
Han was supposed to be killed off in episode 6. You guys know this, right?
Really?
He was supposed to be in the early drafts. Yeah.
Why?
And they wanted to be a lot more, like, family-friendly, a lot more this and that. And I guess... Because he just kind of wandered around at the end. He wasn't really that important.
Yeah,
but yeah, he was supposed to be killed off in episode 6.
Huh. Now we
know. You guys know that?
No. Oh. And then no one is half the battle. So
I don't know. I hope he's not killed off. I like Han.
I know. I love Han too, but come on.
It's Luke.
But Luke's already been like on set for episode 8 and stuff. Mark Hamill.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
they gotta keep that. Isn't episode 8 already like filming?
Yeah, it's filming right now.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Good
they
lord.
Moved fast.
Well, yeah, okay. It's like
this was supposed to come out in May.
Episode 8 comes out in a year and a half. It comes out in May 2018.
Yeah.
Or no, 2017. Excuse me.
Realize that
before Thor Ragnarok comes out, we get episode 8. Like, seriously.
This was supposed to come out this summer.
May. Yeah.
So that'll make it feel a little better. Like imagine 5 months after, yeah, like actually more like 6 months after episode 7 comes out, episode 8 starts shooting.
Yeah, and we already also have Rogue One, which comes in between. Like,
yes.
Oh my god,
man, Star Wars is kicking into high gear, and I could not be more excited. So we don't know who Ray's upset about, but it's someone.
It's important.
That's fun. My phone just buzzed with the Star Wars app saying, in case you missed it, the new trailer for The Force Awakens has just been released.
Really? Star Wars app. Star Wars app.
Star Wars app.
Star Wars app. Who do you take me for? You think
what is this, amateur hour?
Who do you think I am? You think I'm just an amateur?
Yeah.
You think I'm just...
Okay. Sorry, I want to keep progress going here, because now we've got Han, Finn, and Chewie. Like the only Chewie shot of the trailer.
Yeah. Can we also talk about who else is not in the trailer real quick? Because I just thought of it.
Yeah.
Where my 3PO at? Where my 3PO?
No 3PO.
Dude, where is C-3PO? Like,
he's involved somehow.
R2-D2 is almost certainly with Luke, so you're right. Where is C-3PO?
What if he just like abandoned him and like C-3PO was like, where is? So he's like they have like R2 and him like finally had a fight and he's like, you know, I'm done with you. I'm done. We're done here.
They're the best.
See, like that's one thing that worries me about this film is that like there's been so much that's happened between the movies, and there are so many characters in which we have to sort of get a feeling of what happened to them, or you know the things that they've been through. I just hope that we don't get too many moments of just like, oh man, what happened to you? Well, I went through this event, and we get like a flashback.
Just imagine how expanded the universe is going to be when they go for what happened in between episodes 6 and 7. Like, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, lots gonna happen.
Yeah, there's just no 3PO. Like, I know everybody's talking about like where's Luke and all that, but like 3PO, he's not a spoilery
he's the
character.
First speaking character in Star Wars. A New Hope.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's the first line.
That is very
he's
true.
He's important, and we see him in the poster. We see him in the poster with R2.
His red arm.
Where am I 3PO? Maybe he's only like in very spoilery scenes that they made sure that they didn't want to show.
Yeah, maybe he's with Luke too. Like Luke just brings his 2 droids into his exile or something.
I wonder. You know what? I also wonder if Luke ever found out that Anakin created C-3PO. I wonder if he ever found that out.
Interesting. Because
I was thinking about that. It's like that's so weird. It's so weird. Anyway, let's get back to the shot because I just remembered that was like a thing.
I think it's important to realize that their hands are up. Yeah, they have just gotten the okay that they're not going to get shot.
Now here's my theory. I think that's where we run into Lupita Nyong'o's character. I think they're surrounded by her crew because she's a pirate, which is awesome.
She's supposed to be the little short one next to C. I want to make sure I'm clear on this.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm just waiting for confirmation that she's the same race as Kazdan Paratus, who's an awesome character that's no longer canon. Force Unleashed, really cool character. He goes insane, builds a Jedi temple out of junk.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Good fun for everyone.
I remember that.
So then we get BB-8, and this fight looks to be on the Starkiller planet because it's the snowy one. And we might be getting a glimpse of the climax. Yes, that's what's in the book.
What about Hoth?
It's not Hoth. Hoth doesn't have mountains like that. I'm pretty certain that is not Hoth. Oh, that's
true.
Hoth.
That is very true. Hoth is not
visually does not look quite like Hoth to me.
Hoth isn't, and plus Hoth is just a lot more.
Walkers? Are we going to see like new versions of like walkers?
I think like there was a shot released a while ago. Like in the background, there kind of might have been one. So I hope so. That's a good point.
That would be lovely. Just for reference, the walker was the very first Star Wars thing I ever saw as a child. Like I saw a walker toy. I'm like, what is that camel? And I realized that was not a camel.
So this might be the climax. We got a lot of TIE fighters and a lot of X-Wings. It looks like a sweet fight.
Then we get shots.
Reminds me of Battlefront. It makes me want to play Battlefront. By the way, Max, awesome beta. That went well.
The beta. Immediately I was like, okay, I'm buying the season pass. I know it's 50. I don't care.
Awesome.
Because I actually also got a chance to play the beta as well.
So basically, I have a friend who I played Battlefront with tons of hours on PSP. We link up and play together, and he's in California, Stanford, all that, so he's far away. But he's back in my hometown for Christmas break, and I decided to wait to play it. So we'll both sit down and play it for the first time then. As intended, because it's split screen, my co-op. So.
I waited for my roommate, who's a huge Star Wars fan. I waited for him to get back from his class so we could play, because it just didn't feel right to play a Star Wars game without him in the room.
How long was that wait?
Like a few hours.
Yeah,
how long is that wait going for you, Sean?
It's okay. I manage. Got myself a cheap game just to hold me over. So.
And I'm pretty just on this note, I'm pretty sure that the planets that we see here are going to be the ones that are going to be in the downloadable content that we'll see from Battlefront. Like pretty much all episode 7 stuff. Maybe we'll see like a few maps from like, I don't know, we'll see Coruscant or something. I don't know, but I think it'll mostly be like these are the planets that we'll focus on, and I kind of hope they're not all new. Like maybe one of them is like from like the prequel trilogy. Like I would love to see Coruscant.
God forbid,
I don't care what.
God forbid we acknowledge the prequels.
What?
God forbid we acknowledge the prequels.
Yeah, but like I love Space New York. I really do. I think I would love to see. I would love to see it in action again. Or Bespin. We gotta get Bespin up in this piece.
We could get Bespin in here. Yeah. Anyway, we should probably get back to the trailer. I love talking Battlefront, and when I play it, maybe we'll do a whole podcast on it, Max. We'll see how it goes. But we have stormtroopers rushing out. Nothing too exciting. We have Rey shooting. It looks like a shotgun, a blaster shotgun, but a very good shot. She's in.
She's upset. She's upset. More Rey upset. What's going on? What's happening? And what was the stress that has gotten her so upset? If we saw a trailer with all
this and it wasn't Star Wars, we'd be like, oh yeah, she's upset at something. Like, in this case, we're like, what is she upset about? What could possibly be hurting her? What is going on? Like, I don't know.
So then we got an X-Wing shooting a Stormtrooper. No kill like overkill. Kylo Ren going to the camera. Yeah. We've seen that.
Jeez.
And we've got...
explosion.
Yeah, we've got explosion cutting to explosion. That looks like a new Star Destroyer. Darth Vader's dog is there. That's what do you know that robot? The little tiny gray boxy ones?
I remember that.
Yeah. It's right there. I just noticed that now. It's right there in that explosion shot on the floor.
Darth Vader's... What?
That's the nickname I've heard. Because they it was kind of doggish when Chewie roared at it and it ran away all cute in A New Hope. Yeah. So it's here. So that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's back. So that looks like a new Star Destroyer, First Order Star Destroyer getting blown up. So
and
then we get one of the most surprising shots and one of my favorite shots. Because I love Princess Leia. And
Carrie
boom,
Fisher.
She is back.
She's here.
She is
and embracing Han. What does that mean?
Is it our daughter's about to go off to fight the First Order hug?
Is it oh wow, you're not dead hug?
Oh yeah. Or perhaps it's just they put aside whatever put them apart. We could have a very good reconciliation right before Han dies. Anyway.
Subtle. Yeah, great shot. Finally get to see Carrie Fisher in action.
Yeah, and it was just such a it just lasts it's a very short scene, but there's so much emotion in it. Good, Carrie Fisher did amazing in those just few moments. She sells it. It's great.
Also, just a note. Not only I just realized this thinking about Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford. Luke is nowhere to be found in this trailer except for that one shot. He's nowhere else to be found in the poster.
Yep, people are all over that.
Yeah, people are watching that.
Apparently, it's because that's kind of the plot of this movie. That's what I've heard. They're kind of trying to find Luke because he's gone God status and he's exiled himself. That's what I've heard.
Which is just like Yoda.
Literally, exactly. That's why.
Cough.
He'd be following Yoda's lead.
Character parallels.
Yes.
Cough. The greatness of Star Wars.
So, actually, that's a good point. I mean, the prequels and original trilogy have their similarities, so why not the sequel trilogy?
Yeah, that is one of the main reasons I love Star Wars, because of the character parallels.
Yeah,
that's why I was mentioned. That's why I made the comment before about all these reoccurring themes. That's intentional for a good reason.
And then we get the very iconic shot now that we've seen before, but it's cool to see it in a bigger piece of Finn activating Anakin's lightsaber.
It's confirmed. Finn's Jedi. And even though we speculated...
Okay, that's interesting. Now, there's been no talk about... Okay, so you want to go with the whole Calrissian thing? Fine. But Calrissian, I don't think, is Force sensitive. I think he would have known that. I think he would have mentioned that.
I don't think that necessarily means your offspring can't be. Like, Shmi Skywalker had no Force with her.
But then the Force up and went in that woman.
Okay.
And it's all about the midichlorians, dude. It's all about the midichlorians.
No, we will not mention the midichlorians on that. Young man, you are in my podcast, and as long as I'm host, you will not mention the midichlorians.
Whoa.
They were conceived way before the prequels.
Sheriff.
I know you were tweeting about it, but still, it bothers me.
It's kind of
okay, fine, but that's just still weird that the Force went and just went up all in a woman and just
impregnated her.
Yeah, and the fact is that her name is Shmi is even funnier.
Okay,
just think, maybe
then we get the last
Jesus,
shot. Come on, guys, work with me. We're almost done. Final stretch, home stretch here.
All right, yeah.
Which might be my favorite shot because Kylo Ren has lost that helmet.
Yeah,
he's got his hair flowing.
Oh wow, I didn't notice that. Yeah. Oh my god, he doesn't have the helmet on.
I love that.
Here's something that worries me.
Personal.
Here's something that worries me, and I know this is really stupid, but my favorite part of any Star Wars trailer so far, including this one, is the one in the very first trailer when Kylo Ren throws out his lightsaber. It goes out, and then we just hear that of the hilt, as that is my sound effect of the hilt. And I love that. I think that was a great reveal, And I have a bad feeling that was only made for the trailer, and I would love to see that in the movie, and I don't think it is anymore.
What? Why not?
Why isn't it in there? It's gonna be in there.
Because, like, we see Kylo Ren, like, activate the lightsaber, and it just kind of goes like, oh, it's just going to go back in there.
Here,
what if it's like a vision or something like that? Like that, the thing in the first movie, like, where he says where the guy, whoever he is, we still don't know who that guy is, says the
Andy
dark
Serkis
side.
does not make an appearance in this trailer. But here's the thing. If you notice, if you actually watch the visuals, there's no indication that his lightsaber is being activated right then. They could have just added that sound effect as the trailer editor. It very well could be drawn.
I hope that's not true, because I love that reveal so much.
It's great.
It's so
I'm sure
effective.
they'll keep it. Don't worry, Max. So I'm just pausing my favorite frame, which is a great frame of Kylo Ren putting his like light sword up. You know, it looks like a sword, and Finn is right there in the middle, and his lightsaber. It's a wonderful shot. And by the way,
I hope that's not the final battle, though.
I hope so. I hope that it's part of it. I don't want this to be too early, because I don't
want this to be like Amazing Spider-Man 2, where the final shot is in the second trailer.
Oh, yeah, no.
I would, although to be fair, I would like it to be the big lightsaber battle of the film. I think that would be cool.
You guys know Star Wars lore. Is it absolutely necessary for somebody to be force sensitive if they want to wield a lightsaber?
No, that's stupid. I hate it when people say that.
I hope not. Because what if Finn isn't? And what if this is the first time we see somebody like lightsaber who's not
dude.
Yeah, I've thought that. I think they're misleading us with the whole Finn's a Jedi. I think it's Rey. And I think it's because she's a Skywalker. I think they're misleading us.
I want to think Finn's the Jedi.
I'm not a Skywalker.
I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with Finn's the Jedi. Just saying. I think it's pretty, you know. And there's also the quote with Carrie Fisher. You know, Force, let it in.
I think she's talking to her daughter. Yes, that is Carrie Fisher. I'm pretty sure.
That's probably Carrie Fisher. I don't know. Well, I just want to believe that Finn is a Jedi, because like we see like Rey is big on her own weapons. Like we see Rey wielding other things. I think in the poster she's wielding a staff. We see the gunshot. And then what's Finn?
He's got a blaster rifle and apparently Anakin's lightsaber.
Well, okay, the blaster rifle was
what?
Well, okay. Just for clarification, people have been referring to it as Anakin's lightsaber because Luke's lightsaber is the one that he builds between 5 and 6. This is the original one that Luke loses when his hand gets cut off on Bespin. Link to Calrissian.
Listen, there are more than one blue lightsaber. Come on, guys.
Remember
There's no way you can find it. It fell into the clouds.
Unless, you know, the owner of said place it fell is Calrissian.
No, but what I'm saying is...
Okay, hold on one second. I want to address something. Max, remember the shot? My sister has it from the second trailer you love so much? It's being handed to Leia. That's clearly that lightsaber. Obviously.
How can you tell?
Because it's such an iconic hilt, and I love lightsaber designs. It looks so different from others. I promise you, that is that lightsaber. Because what other lightsaber is there? They haven't got. Okay, you can't build them.
If it's that lightsaber, and Finn's got that lightsaber, what does that say? What does that mean?
It means, well, the rumor is that they find his lightsaber and that Kylo Ren's searching for it too, and that's kind of the plot. That's how it starts. They get the lightsaber, they need to return it to Luke, Han helps them, they come across Rebel Base, Leia's there helping, Poe Dameron's involved somehow, Starkiller Base, they have to destroy it, fight, Luke comes in at the very end to rebuild up the Jedi with Rey, who is super Force sensitive and stuff, and Episode 8 is pretty much the rebuilding of Jedi Order. That's kind of the gist I've got so far.
Finn's a Jedi.
Like, there are more rumors to this than a freaking Marvel movie. That's impressive.
Well, yeah, because the Star Wars lore is richer. Surprisingly.
Yeah, it's a lot richer, actually.
Even when you take away, like, 75% of the, like, pretty much all the expanded universe, it's still very rich lore.
We don't know what the Marvel mythos is, because they have to decide what's in the MCU. So they don't have, they have just those few movies, but they're not as big in scale. Star Wars movies cover everything every time. Marvel movies are just like a character doing this, a character doing that. And so that's why there's more lore in Star Wars, because they're so huge in scale every single time. Every movie's an Avengers for Star Wars, you know? Until Rogue One. But
anyway, I just want to finish the point I was doing before. So we see that, you know, Rey is sort of, she's a junker. She knows her way around different various ideas of technology. We've seen her use other weapons. I would like it if Finn's role within the group is sort of that Jedi angle. And I think it would fit him quite well, too, because his blaster gun is from his Stormtrooper days. I don't think he really...
Let me rewind. Let me look at it.
I'm pretty sure. It's a weapon. It's the weapon he gains from being a Stormtrooper.
Or it could. Hold on. That looks like a rebel rifle. Yeah, that's just a rebel rifle. It looks
Okay,
like the
well, does he
blaster-
look confident?
Excuse me, resistance rifle?
Actually.
Well, okay,
because-
actually, you know what? Here's a theory. Here's this idea I came up with, right? So he doesn't look confident wielding that gun, at least from the shots that we see. But you know what he does look confident wielding?
Lightsaber.
The lightsaber. And you know what happens in the beginning of the trailer? I don't have a cause to fight for. You know what cause he's going to fight for now? Jedi.
Lightsaber.
Boom.
Okay, yeah.
Boom.
Again, it's possible. I just think Rey is absolutely Jedi and
Oh, of course
absolutely
she's
Han and Leia's
Jedi.
daughter.
Yeah, I think that's a very viable
And I
theory.
might be
Yeah, I
wrong,
mean, Finn
but
could be
I'm
like, I
not-
want to be a Jedi, but I'm not. I'm not force sensitive, so I don't think I can do it. But then he's like, screw it. I'm just going to be a Jedi and have a lightsaber.
Be a Jedi.
Jedi's about the
Jedi.
principles and stuff. Perhaps that's part of it. Finn
it's
defeats Kylo Ren. He's not. He can't even use the Force. But what he stands for, what the Jedi stand for, is enough to defeat Kylo Ren. That'd be
That could be
interesting.
the moral. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're chosen to be this or that. If you fight for what you stand for, then that's all that matters.
That could be an amazing opposite of the prequels of Anakin being the chosen one.
Well,
He's
to be
not
fair, though,
even
you could
Force
argue that the
sensitive.
prequels are all about why the chosen one thing is a really bad idea. And the
Yeah.
prequels are all about that.
But then 6 kind of undoes it by fulfilling that prophecy, and Vader does defeat the dark side. Until now. Oops.
Well,
Until episode 7. Asterisks on that defeat there.
But, okay, there's one more thing I'd like to mention with this trailer before we get going.
Okay.
The fact is, I want to go back to that line that Han says, because I think it's a very important line, because it tells us a lot of things. The most important thing is that these things, these events of the original trilogy, have already been classified as legends.
Uh-huh.
Some people don't believe that what happened happened. Like, what does that tell us about the world that we're about? Like, about this 30 years later world? Or
I think
galaxy?
the First Order came back harsher than ever as restricting information is going completely totalitarian.
Yeah,
and-
we don't
and
get
they're
a
like-
single word out of Max von Sydow's character,
We don't.
which
Who
is
might not
sad.
even be that major. Could very well be like the Thanos of this trilogy, just kind of chilling in the background. We don't know.
Or the Grand Moff Tarkin. Who's,
Yeah, the
it
Grand
also
Tarkin.
brings up Andy Serkis' character.
Oh
who
yeah,
might be
actually,
evil.
I'd rather. I think that it's more Andy Serkis, but also Domhnall Gleeson is kind of the.
That's right. He's in there
Tarkin.
too. Where is he?
I don't know. He wasn't in this trailer. We only have like a photo of him, and that's about it. Yeah, I don't think we have any footage of him, so I'm interested to see what he's doing in this movie.
Yep.
Am I the
All right,
one
fun
that also
times.
like Captain Phasma?
Star
I'm just on a frame of Captain Phasma. I think there should be a sweet battle without the helmet, because Gwendolyn Christie can get really intense. She's
It
awesome.
would have been nice if we did not find out that it was Gwendolyn Christie as Captain Phasma, so like it could be a cool reveal. But maybe it's like maybe we just hear her voice at the very beginning and it's like, oh, it's a woman. Okay,
Yeah,
it's not like a
we
huge-
do hear her voice. We've heard her talk, and it sounds like her. If you've watched Game of Thrones,
Oh.
it sounds like Brienne of Tarth. So,
Wait, we've heard her talk? When?
yeah, on the toy again.
Oh
all
my
of it,
God.
what we have is from the toys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but they are official sound clips, so they're legit.
Yeah.
Be surprised how much stuff gets revealed through the toys.
Yeah,
Well, I just want to congratulate the people behind the Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens marketing campaign for successfully keeping us all inundated with questions and given only a little bit of room for answers.
Uh-huh.
And I appreciate that because I still don't know what starts this story, what's the inciting incident, what's the plot, what's the quest. We don't know any of that stuff, and this is pretty much all we're going to get. I really don't think we'll get that
this
much
is the last
like
trailer.
yeah, I don't really think we'll get like a lot of TV spots that are
Good
like that
for
aren't-
it too. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't think
What?
we're getting TV spots. They're above that. Come on.
Yeah.
And if we do get TV
It's
spots,
just like
they're not going
we
to
could
waste
just have
new
someone be like,
footage
"Hey,
on
you know,
it.
Star Wars coming out next week. Just remember," and like that could be it.
Don't worry, guys. We know Star Wars is coming out.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so
Like that-
excited, you guys.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
I'm
be
seeing
good.
this movie Thursday, December 17th at 7 p.m. My
Same
friend,
here.
this is amazing. Yeah.
Got my
I
7
haven't
p.m.
gotten
tickets.
my-
I've got
I
a group
haven't
of
got my
5
tickets.
people. It's going to be amazing.
Why is it okay? It's funny. My friend was also telling me, "Yeah, I'm going to buy 5 tickets." I'm like, why is everybody getting 5 tickets?
Well, I planned 4, and then one of my friends wanted to bring his girlfriend. Lame, so turned to 5.
yeah, girls are yucky.
Lame.
Lame, right? Gosh. Anyway,
No girls allowed.
Can I also say I'm kind of happy that this is sort of like moot at this point, but I'm glad that all the female characters aren't sexualized in any way. At
Yeah.
all. Like Rey is like so like not, and she's not even like portrayed as that masculine. She's just kind
no.
of
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is a really nicely, just kind of, without making a big deal out of it, diverse movie. Our lead is, we have a female lead. This confirms it, guys. Come on, it opens with just her. Another character doesn't even appear until like 30 seconds in, and then it's Finn. So it's like, she's the main character. This is now undeniable.
Sure.
I would love to. I would like to go as Rey for Halloween because it's just like it's not really a. It's a. She's very much like a neutral character. She's not defined.
Yeah, and it's she has a great design. It looks cool. Just kind of it has a kind of Jedi vibe, but it's just kind of almost Tusken Raider vibe too. I mean, it's a sand environment, so it kind of has to look like that. It's a great design. And she's
honestly,
cool
though,
I love the staff.
Great numbers.
Honestly, though, I don't care. I don't care about. I mean, like, okay, that sounds really petty, but like, I am way too hyped on the Star Wars fanboy train to be worried about characters being overly sexualized or there being diverse casts and all that.
It adds an element that we don't.
It's a good thing, though. If it's not, it's good.
Yeah, it's a good thing. But I'm just like, Star Wars.
To be honest, I feel guilt sometimes in blockbusters. Like, man, Bridge of Spies was just old white guys in suits, literally the whole movie. There was one female character. And that was Tom Hanks' wife, Holly from The Office, who's great. Just shout out to The Office.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is a biopic film, so you could argue that. That's
I know, but it's just kind of like I feel kind of guilty sometimes, where it's just such a boys' club and a white guys' club, like, and it's good that this is just doing it. You know, it's just a good diverse class, and it's going to be the biggest movie of the year. Jurassic World, it's
going to be the biggest movie of, like,
ever.
Several
honestly.
years.
I'm expecting it to cross 2 billion, which would make it the biggest ever.
Remember when we had the debate over which would do better, Age of Ultron or Force Awakens?
Yeah, now that's stupid.
Those were fun times.
Now that's stupid.
Yeah.
I think I said Star Wars, though. I think I did say Star Wars.
You stuck to Star Wars. I think I said Age of Ultron, but I don't know.
Star Wars Episode 7.
Money's everywhere.
Okay, Star Wars Episode 7 is no longer just a film. It's an event.
This
is a thing.
It was an event the second it was announced 3 years ago. Can you believe that, guys?
Yeah, man. And here's what's funny. This is, according to people, like I've read online and stuff, this is the most anticipated movie of all time. Due to modern times, due to our population growth, its popularity, the worldwide appeal, internet being able to like spread stuff faster, people are saying it is the most anticipated film of all time. Just due to its circumstances, which is awesome.
But I think, I'm going to be that guy. I'm
no,
going to do it. I'm sorry,
we
guys.
are not going to end on a negative note, sir.
I'm just going to say, just revel in this hype because you never know what you're going to see when you walk into that theater. So just enjoy yourself because you know what also is one of the most anticipated movies of all time? It was about a menace.
Yeah, I got it. I didn't want to end on a negative note. Ugh,
Max, why you gotta be a buzzkill?
Listen, I want to be honest because we can't. Because do you remember how much people can't stand Episode 1? And it's not even because it's that terrible of a movie. It's because it just never could live up to the huge hype it kind of is.
I rewatched it. It kind of is terrible. It's weird.
Oh my god! Can we not talk about Episode 1?
Crazy badness is due to so many people hyping it up as the biggest movie ever. And
no, I
want this movie to be awesome. Of course I do.
I just think it's a bad film. Look, everything I have seen building up to Force Awakens is good. Everything is promising. Now, maybe Phantom Menace was the same way. I wasn't paying attention. I remember a Pizza Hut deal where I got a little plastic Naboo Starfighter. That's about it in terms of my memory of Phantom Menace build-up. I didn't even see it in theaters. I saw Attack of the Clones in theaters, but didn't see Phantom Menace. Now, I don't know, but this feels like it's on such a better note. From anywhere, something as small yet significant as the practical effects focus, which is just kind of, I don't know, it makes they care enough to do that is very promising.
By the way, we didn't get much BB-8 this time.
Yeah, we didn't, which I'm glad. I don't want to have a cutesy character selling your movie. They focused on the dramatic character.
Yeah, but he's going to be that anyway. You know that. You know this.
I want to try and push for that. It's weird. Robots are automatically marked he. Let's just go it. Let's go it.
Yeah.
It's a robot.
It is a robot. So
I guess I've just been thinking a lot about like the Star Wars movies because I recently got Disney Infinity and I've been playing through that and that was enjoyable and like just to think of where we are right now in Star Wars history. Like we are on the cusp of what could be a new era.
It is a new era.
The second age of Star Wars.
Good or bad, we are at
the third age.
Yeah.
I mean, the third age of Star Wars, technically speaking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The third age, could it be the second golden age? We don't know.
I
hope it is. I mean, this movie's freaking better than the original trilogy. I hope this is the best freaking movie ever. I hope every movie is the best movie ever so I can enjoy it.
I hope I sit down that weekend and give my first 10 out of 10. I've not done that. They're all Rule of Thirds and Cinemattack. Never given 10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. Let's see if Force Awakens can do it.
I've given some 10s to other films that have come out throughout the years.
I'm a bit more stingy with it seems.
Honestly, like, I don't know. Throughout the entire year, so many films have just been like lackluster or disappointing. I feel like Star Wars is just taking all the quality. Star Wars is just sucking up all the quality from other films for this one movie, and all the other movies are just like, well, yeah, whatever, you know.
No, I think it's going to be. I'm having a hard time with my top 10 because I'm looking at the movies coming up, and I just think it's going to be hard to keep a lot of the movies I want in the top 10. And Force Awakens, I think, is going to be number 1. Everything I'm seeing, I'm getting hyped.
And 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7.
It's just
Star Wars. It's all Star Wars. The top 10 is all Star Wars.
It's Star Wars. Okay, well, I think we should wrap up. Do we have any final thoughts? I mean, speculation, we kind of already got out of the way, as we went. So I don't think we need to do any big picture speculation. I speculate it's going to be amazing. Anything, guys?
Well, I mean, I just hope that they continue with the cool character parallel ideas. And I think
it is a great concept.
Yeah, and I think that would just really cement this film not only as a great film in general, but just continuing this great lore of Star Wars.
It's something that makes Star Wars Star Wars. So do it. So we really feel it's Star Wars. And you can make an amazing movie, please do, but it's good to keep those core things. And again, we're talking about an amazing think tank that went behind, kind of constructing this new trilogy. They know what makes Star Wars Star Wars. I have the utmost
I am
faith
so
in
hyped
them.
for Star Wars. I forgot that there's a new James Bond movie and the Peanuts movie coming out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Steve Jobs is this weekend.
Oh my god, that's this weekend!
And Mockingjay, if it's as good as Catching Fire, that will be like my favorite movie of the year if it's not for Star Wars.
And The Good Dinosaur, and Creed, like all these crazy big movies coming out, and none of them.
Star Wars dwarfs them. Star Wars blows them away. And it's because it's a phenomenon. It's not a movie. It's an everything. An event. It's my everything.
A culture, even.
It is a worldwide event, and if the people behind it aren't feeling the pressure, oh boy. Let's hope the pressure builds to an amazing film. But I think that's really all we have to say about the trailer. This is
we
just
should get out of here, guys. I think I'm finally coming down from this high.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to watch it like 5 more times at least tonight, but I am kind of calming down a bit. So that was it. You know what? We got to wrap it up. We will do Community again. Sorry, guys. We'll do Community next time. But please post what you thought about this trailer. I'm sure it's positive. Everyone seems to be loving it. Or any speculation.
But don't be afraid to post up a negative if you so desire.
You should be afraid.
Well, we shouldn't shun people for not liking this trailer. Come on.
You will be shunned. What?
Sean.
No, he didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. There was this weird ghost.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Weird.
Anyway, until next time, which who knows what that is or when that is, my name is Sean.
My name is Larry.
And my name is Max.
And enjoy this Force Awakens trailer. I know I will, and you'll hear us later.